Hello, cyclocross friends. Here we are at the start of the Louisville track at our Cyclocross National Championship. I am here with Scott Herman, and we're going to do a quick track walk of the championship course. Scott, what are we looking at here down the starting stretch?
Yeah, right from the start, a little bit of a downhill stretch into this grassy area. Thick, heavy grass, but the course designers have taped this section very wide, so all the passing lanes to get started. No stress there if you're fourth or fifth row.
Yeah, this is the shakeout section, so if you got a call up you're not happy with and you want to move up, there's definitely room to do that. But as we come through this next turn here, we're getting to the section, one of our shaded sections. This is getting muddy. It's getting beat up. This was from a couple days ago, and by the weekend, we're going to see a lot more mud, a lot more moisture on the course than we have right now. As we make these couple more turns, we're getting to our first real technical section.
Yeah, this is where the race, everybody's trying to get to this section first. That's nasty little downhill. It's steeper than it looks on the video just a little bit. You'll cross that little gravel area, and then you go right into the keyhole section, Bill. This is where it's going to get argy-bargy on lap number one.
Yeah, definitely. There's so many ruts in here, and everything's moving around. It's really slick. It can be frozen at times because it's in the shade, so you can see that slipping that's happening coming up there. And then we're looking at the UCI sections as well. Little ditch that they go down and come back onto the asphalt. And then we really have our marquee feature of this course that has been built from scratch.
Yeah, you go right into the sand pit. Definitely rideable. You'll see the lines in there. They are tilling that up each night, so it will change from day to day, but it is deep sand, is rideable for most of the riders.
And once you go through this small team tent section, we're coming to the flyover on the course. This is a big flyover. It's not rideable the whole way. We got steps going up, and then you ride back down, but it's a monster one, and into a quick right-hand turn right when you get down from it, which has caused some issues with our Pan Am on the same course that we had here last year.
Yeah, it's muddy in that corner, as you can see. Most of this shaded, so it's not going to dry out, and as we see some rain Thursday, Friday into Saturday, going to cause some problems. As you get around this section of the course, this is the no break section. You are downhill for the next 10-15 seconds. You let it fly here.
Yeah, this is a big, long descent, and one thing about big, long descents is that you know you're going to have to make it up on the other end. So this is a climber's course. This is the part that's not so bad, even though you have to keep on the gas, and as Scott said, no brakes. We're going to be climbing later. But right now we are getting back up onto the elevation, and we're working up to this asphalt road and then this tricky off-camber.
Yeah, this corner coming up here on the left is going to be the one that most people didn't pay enough attention to in pre-ride, because right here is where a lot of accidents have happened. You've got to be on the gas. It's a muddy uphill climb. You'll get into this UCI off-camber section, and here's the real danger point, Bill. Off camber, you got to pick high line, low line, but I'll tell you, you can only ride the low line right up into that spot that you just walked up through. Fully gassed, and then it gets even worse. You got to take a left-hand turn right into the limestone steps.
Yeah, these are the limestone steps. As we saw last year when they were racing here, they are rideable, but I don't know if it's advantage. We're going to have most of our riders are going to dismount, and then we come into this modified downhill shoot, plunge, drop area. There's this big, long off-camber that's put in there that's really reducing a lot of the speed, but that doesn't mean that it's still not tricky and fast once we make this right turn into this plunge.
There's the ramp. Look at that. It's a big drop off, steep, muddy, all the way to the bottom. That one's going to cause a lot of problems for a lot of people. As you come down to that downhill and you get to this section, though, slightly uphill, deep grass as you can see on the video, but what is looming in front of you is a double set of climbs, steep climbs, thick grass climbs, not easy for anybody to do.
This is really where the race is made. We've gone through all the technical stuff, all the fun stuff, but if you're a climber, the fun is only starting to begin, because this, I think, is where we're going to see some attacks, because there's these big power climbs. This is the first one up to our left-hand street area, and then dropping a little respite up onto this asphalt, and then dropping back down and setting up for even more climbing.
Yeah, and as we see these UCI cut-throughs, the sections that the amateurs get to ride on a little bit and get a little bit of a break, not for the UCI elite riders. They will plunge back down here one more time, and this is the big setup. I'll call this the sprint before the sprint before the sprint, because uphill right here, this is where the legs really start to hurt.
This is where the race is going to be made. This is where you are going to be able to see separation in those that can handle these conditions. It comes at the end of the lap. Think about it at the end of the race. This is where you want to put in that attack as we come down around pit 2. We're going to take a look inside the pits, and then we're setting up for our finish.
Yeah, coming through pit 2, like you said, any recovery you can get right here is the spot to get it, because we're going to see 2 right turns, and this is a section that you've coined the sprint before the sprint, and you're 100% right. Look at how long and straight this one is.
Yeah, this is it. You want to be ahead here. Now, this is where the move's going to be made. There's not enough real estate at the end of this race really to come around. It could happen, but I don't see it happening. And the tricky part is right around this right-hand turn. We have our set of planks. They are rideable, and this is going to be where that skill is necessary, because if you stay on your bike and you're able to accelerate, then boom, we are right here on the finishing stretch, and we're coming home.
Yeah, any mud on your tires and a left-hand turn right before that, that could cause problems on Sunday.
And there it is. That is one lap of our national championship course in Louisville.